In my world here in the shop, we just completed filming the first half of the tenoning tool that we're doing all traditionally with punched holes and rivets instead of any arc welding. And we're waiting for things to anneal so that we can come back tomorrow and finish that tool. In the meantime, I thought I would cover another little technique, and you'll see this video probably before you see that video, because this one will be finished today and that one will be finished tomorrow. Boy, it confuses me. I don't know about you guys. Anyways, what I thought we would talk about is a half-lap joint. And that's a very simple but very elegant joint that has a lot of uses. And it's just crossing two bars over the top of each other. It's a little more complicated than that, but not much. Now this is a wonderful joint to do under a treadle hammer or power hammer. It just takes a second. But we're going to do it right here at the anvil. It really isn't much more difficult than just setting the bars on top of each other and forging them down into each other. Now, because the top bar gets more effect than the bottom bar, I'm going to switch and put this one on the top for the next heat and drive it down, and that will end up with a more even joint. But you can see how those are starting to take each other's shape. So the bars have swapped positions. They're now forged down till they match each other nicely. This can be quite dramatic in larger material. You end up with a big round section here. But if you punch it, it's going to swell. And I want my punch to line up, so I'm going to do both of them at the same time. I'm going to try to anyways. Now you might be able to see here my punch is starting to leave a mark in the bottom bar. So that tells me where to punch that bar. So I'm going to go ahead and punch this one. Now, one problem with this is you can't turn it over and punch from the other side without the other bar supporting it. This is a good place for a bolster plate. Or in this case, it's just a heading tool that has an appropriate sized hole in it. And then you can punch all the way through. And we'll finish our punch through what was the top bar in the same manner. So that one's got a hole in it. These are going to need a little bit of straightening. So our holes line up, and I've got a rivet in the forge. I turn that over and put it in a rivet header here. Let's put a nice rivet in there. Using that set of rivet tools that were provided by Ken's Custom Iron there. So that's essentially a half-lap joint right there. So that is a half-lap joint. So what's the point? This is not a finished project. This is just an idea. It's a technique. You can use this for all sorts of things. You could split the ends of this and scroll all four ends out and use it as an element in a bigger project, or simply as an ornamental wall hanging. You could put these in a grid work every 4, 6, 8, 10 inches, whatever, and make a big grill for a security door or a gate or a window grill, something like that. Lots and lots of different possibilities. You can make a cross for Easter. If you make the one tail longer than the rest, you can do it out of rectangular stock. It doesn't have to be square stock. 3/8 by 1 is pretty dramatic doing this. Experiment with it, play with it. This is a technique. What you do with the technique is entirely up to you. Use your creativity, challenge yourself, but get out to the shop, make something, stay safe, and do wear your safety glasses. We'll be back to the project that we were doing just a minute ago when I get back in the shop tomorrow, and hopefully that'll all make sense, because you'll see this one first, then that one, and then that one. Yeah, something like that.